From flawless weaves to apparel, visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all.
Yes.
So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, you know, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, you know, tangy, banji, ratchet, whatever, how you like to put it, classify it. But I like to say banji, you know, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up. Right. You got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji Soul. So let us know what how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes, yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles Come Together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy. Okay. It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. This is the celebratory 3rd anniversary show. The show has actually been here for 3 years. On August, like,
wasn't it like the 13th or something like that?
Yeah, that's when I officially did my first test show, and then I did my first actual show on September the 5th. But you know, it's my prerogative. I can just celebrate it whenever I feel like it. But I am here today. We're celebrating. We're gonna have some surprise guests. I don't know. We just invited a few individuals from the past. Shout out today. First of all, let me just say, I had to get a lot of sleep. I planned for myself, so it was self-inflicted.
Yes.
A number of events today. So today is the show. So from 12 to 2, you can listen to us live, watch us live, and then at 2 o'clock.
Right.
I'll be going down to the War Memorial. There's an awesome production called
You can't remember?
You can't. I can't. My mind is mush right now. As much as I can.
Okay.
It's a original play brought from this group in New York. They came down here and they commissioned a couple actors to join them, and it's an immersive theater process where the audience becomes a part of the story and travels the journey with us actors. So that's at 2, and then at 4 o'clock the after party to the celebratory 3rd year anniversary of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. We'll be joining Appreciate the Arts up at the Why Not Lot for the first Sticky Bun Festival, hosted by me, of course. We'll be having plenty of performances, rappers, singers, visual art for sale, a bunch of art up on display, vendors. Sharif's Grill will be there.
Okay. It doesn't sound like you're excited for the Sticky Buns at all.
That's second, but when I found out Sharif was gonna be there, like I said his name twice, so he's gonna give me sponsorship, but or a free meal. So I was very excited. And then there are gonna be actual sticky buns there. Bakery down out of Canton will be making these awesome huge sticky buns, so they'll be there. And then following that, we'll be doing the play again back at the War Memorial. So definitely come on out. If you go to my Facebook page, Nate VashtiBlue Couser, or the Artist Exchange group page or radio show page, you'll be able to find the link. All you have to do is register. The play opened up on this Thursday, and it runs until next Thursday. There are 2 shows a day. There are 2 shows tomorrow, and then there are a couple shows Monday. Monday we're off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, I got you. So I'm tired already just thinking about it, but I'm here, and joining me as my first guest of my first official 3rd year, going into my 4th year, are the director and one of the actors of Home. Theater Morgan is presenting this starting on October the 20th through the 28th. No, actually, yeah, through the 28th. 29th. I'm sorry, I don't see the 29th one. But 29th at Morgan State University at the Murphy's Fine Arts Center, the Turpin Lime Theater.
Yes, yes it is.
Home is an awesome play by Sam Art Williams. If you don't know his work, he also created Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and shows like that. We got to meet him. I got to actually meet him once during one of his other plays. And Home is definitely one of my favorites. I like to play. It's a lot of lines, so that's not why it's my favorite.
I can agree with you there. It's a lot. It's a lot of lines.
TC, if you don't recognize TC from Weird Radio.
Weird Radio, who got bars, and the engineer, used to be the engineer for the Artist Exchange radio show.
He deserted us.
I didn't desert. They always say that. I didn't desert. My
we stole him.
He did.
Don't.
Because he conveniently got this play after the fact. But it's cool though. It's cool.
I'm just saying.
That's a Morganite for you.
He always does this. There's always this Morgan copping thing. Whenever
I didn't even say that, but since you brought it up, but we have TC the Falcon or TC Falcone,
depending on who you are to me.
You know
what I'm saying?
DC band, but it's just these things like that.
Look, just because you're a Baltimore body, don't come over here.
I can't do that. And then thank you for also joining us, the director of this play, Miss Cheryl. Is it Jay? Jay Williams. I don't have my glasses on. She's directing Home. So first of all, let me introduce Miss Cheryl. You know TC already.
Yes.
But let's introduce Miss Cheryl. Let us know who you are, what you do. She's directing. See, extra applause.
Thank you. Yes, I'm Cheryl J. Williams. I am directing Home. I'm very excited about directing Home by Sam Art Williams. It is also a part of Morgan's 150th year anniversary.
I know, right? We just celebrating everything.
And so because Sam Art Williams is a Morgan alum, that's one reason we chose this play at this particular time. Home to me is, I'm excited about it because it's a part of my life, and I know it's a part of a lot of specifically African American lives who migrated from the South to the North and back to the South a lot of times, looking for home. There's always something within each and every one of us that calls us back to home, wherever that may be.
Right. He writes from a perspective of real life. And I noticed after meeting him, he incorporates a lot of his story and his family's stories into all of his writing.
And he also includes biblical aspects of it too as well. So, and the whole experience is very exciting to do.
It's definitely exciting.
How did you? Why did you choose this play to open up your season at Morgan?
I chose, well, one, because he is an alum, and we were looking for connection. And I ran across another play that he did, but I could not find the play. I contacted Sam, and he said, "Oh, I'll look for it. I'll look around for it."
What was the name of it?
He would ask me that.
It doesn't, you know, the point is...
It was more of a one act almost. It was a shorter piece that we were looking to do. And if you know Sam, When he said he'll look around for it, no telling where it might be. And that's exactly what he said. I am not sure where it may be, but I'll look around, which then led me to home. And he has another piece.
That's not been done a lot.
Yes,
hasn't been done a lot.
And it led me to another piece. I saw The Waiting Room.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I saw
that
that piece. And I really enjoyed it, which actually sent me back to reading all of Sam's pieces. And if you're a theater person, you must learn to read all the time. So I'm constantly
it's
reading
fundamental.
scripts. Yes. And so when I ran across home and I read that, we were taking plays. Miss Shirley Basfield Dunlap, who's the director of the coordinator of theater arts, asked all of us to put plays in a pile so that we can go back and revisit those. And when we got a chance to sit down and start looking to plan our season, home came up again. And something in my spirit got very excited about it, and I just jumped in and said, I'll do it. Yeah, so.
It's a small cast, which I like, and I love the fact that specifically the two women characters in it, they go through these different characters and they shape shifting, and
they do. And it, I think because it's such a small cast, it builds a lot more trust within the people that you're working with,
right? Especially
because you're only as strong as the actors that are around you, and like you said, them going through those different transformation with all those characters and those roles and those peoples, it's definitely a piece that hones in on the actor's ability to adapt to developing characters, and that I can honestly say through this process, it's not all the way done yet, but through this process I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about
lines.
Like, we're not gonna talk about lines. I got the script, and I don't usually highlight my script. So this was the first script. It's a very prominent role. So I got the script and I started highlighting. At one point, it was just 2 pages that was just all yellow. It was just all yellow, and I was like, I'm just going to earmark this. I'm just draw a box around this whole thing. I know everything
Don't
here
do
is
that,
mine.
because then you go forget that page.
No. I actually went back and I highlighted everything yellow, but then after that page, it was like, oh, I got a break. Oh, Lord Jesus, thank you. But no, it's
only
definitely
for a second, though.
Only for a second.
Yeah, that was my first question in the first rehearsal. Did you highlight your lines?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All of them. But yes, there are only 3 people, but there are multiple characters.
I think the young ladies play almost 6 characters together or something like that.
No, I think
separately,
7 apiece.
Yes.
And then I think Cephas has a few that he has to bring to life as well.
Exactly.
So you think even though it's only 3 actors, there's probably 25 entities on that stage throughout the entire play.
It is definitely it's one of his plays that takes a lot more patience, like a lot of like The Waiting Room, and I'm trying to think he did the play with the wives that kept killing the husbands
on Widow's Row.
On Widow's Row.
Yes.
One of I said, okay, Home is my second favorite Sam art play, and then
because once you remember that one, it was like
I saw Widow's Row.
I was never in Home, but I directed it. But
Widow's Row.
Widow's Row.
I saw that at the New Federal Theater, Woody King in New York, which was the old Henry Street settlement. The first time I saw that, I was like, whoa.
His plays make you laugh, they make you think, and they always come back, because one of the plays that I really love is Old Settler, and that speaks about the pilgrimage of a lot of black people that came up and came to New York or Baltimore, Philly, places like this, and it just depicts their life and what happens. But this play, unlike the rest of the plays, the man goes back home. Yes. Because the big city wasn't what he expected it to be. Right. So TC, let us know what you have been doing since you have left Be Exposed. That was nice.
Yes, you were. Instead of saying deserted, I didn't desert you guys. I have since honed in. You're gonna stop whomping me. E.
Thank you. I love you, Eric.
No, stop it, E. Anyways, since my departure, between working at the university,
He got like 8 jobs.
I do, but I've since learned to slow down a little bit, not by choice. So I've been working at the university. I since have honed my bartending skills as well.
Okay. One for you, one for me.
You know what I'm saying? A little something like that. And then I've also been able to dive more into my photography and video editing. A few people have reached out to me to do some commercials for like their clothing lines and things like that. So I'm drafting up contracts and getting things underway for that. So I can't say too much about it. And then given the opportunity, you know, I'm gonna put it out on the airwaves. But given the opportunity, me and Monsieur Couser over here, we're supposed to be working on a project as well as soon as I get the space that we need. Because that's something that we agreed upon that we want to see come to fruition. Destined for Greatness is basically a series about people in their general walk in life and the struggle. It's not necessarily just dedicated for people of the arts, but people of the arts are our focus mostly because that struggle to fight every day and that struggle to be a creative every day is not a life a lot of people understand. You know, they say all the time that you're supposed to be with someone who's in the arts because they'll understand, oh, I'm in rehearsal till 12 o'clock, then you know where I am. I'm in rehearsal till 12 o'clock. Or people who have taken the initiative to create programs in other cities that go above and beyond what they're called to do. So someone who teaches English but then goes to a community center and actually teaches an arts program to help kids better understand and get better reading comprehension and everything like that. So we have people that we're getting lined up and people that we want to interview. So that's what I've been doing.
Telling people stories. I think that's what is about. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I've been watching it since we've decided to take on this journey. And I've realized how important it is to tell everybody's story. Like, everybody has a story, not just because you have a certain amount of money or you've had a certain amount of controversy behind your life, but telling your story and how important it is. I've been watching like 50 different interpretations of who Whitney Houston was, and everybody has a different story based on what they see in her and what they wanted to see in her.
And because sometimes when you're telling a story, it's therapeutic. So I feel like giving people that voice, like you said, regardless of creed or wealth or status, it can be, like I said, therapeutic, and it can be eye-opening and inspiring to others.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to ask everyone, please invite all your friends to the Facebook Live. We're going to I've been inviting people. Share it out. Let people know. We're celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Pump up. Today is going to be all about the art. So definitely come back. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash, even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.com. products.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today. Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Sometimes this all goes together, even after 3 years. But we are here today. We are celebrating the Artist Exchange Radio Show's 3rd anniversary here on the Artist Exchange. And I can say honestly, in the last 3 years, I've learned more about myself and individuals than I've ever given myself the ability to do. You learn a lot about people sitting across from them, talking one-on-one with them. You learn a lot about yourself when you focus and you put your energy into what it is that you love to do. And this has been a labor of love. I never thought I would have my own radio show. I always wanted one. I was definitely that 92Q kid, right? You know, with Frank Ski and Big Tony, and that was me every morning with my Walkman on my way to school.
I'm about to say, not too many people know about Walkmans. You know what I'm saying?
I would definitely. I used to listen to 92Q all day long when I had a chance. I would put the little piece of paper in the tape and put it in there and record the rap attacks and all that, because I thought I was a rapper back in the day. Right. I only know one rap song actually by heart now. But I definitely thought radio was just fun. I didn't see the work behind it. And prior to coming to Be Exposed, I had worked on other people's podcasts and shows, and it gave me a smidget of an idea of what this would be like, but definitely the hard work and the dedication. Shout out to all my past co-hosts, Alma Brown, Brittany Fulton, Miss Kendra Banks, and all of the ones that I tested, but it didn't work out. And then my two current co-hosts, Zakiya isn't here today because she's actually 1/3 of the Sticky Bun Festival, Appreciate the Arts. So she's up at the Why Not Lot, and they're fixing things and putting things together. So she'll be here full-time starting next week.
All right.
Shout out to her. Damonn is on his way.
Mr. Hollywood Hall.
Hollywood. He's here now. So he's coming in the building. He's probably trying to put on his best I'm running late phase.
Right.
But,
you know what I'm saying? He probably went to the restroom, got some water.
No, he better have some snacks. That's what I'm saying.
You know he ain't got no snacks. If he has snacks, they're for himself.
No, he don't do that. He got nothing. But I definitely sitting across from various artists and community leaders, just looking back at the shows that I've done. I've been literally watching so in 3 years I've done close to 250 shows. So I've been literally watching snippets of all of them, and it's definitely been an awesome experience to go back and listen, because in the beginning we didn't have awesome cameras and such, but I was listening to shows and being able to see all the guests, and I didn't want to pick shows that were my favorite or stood out or whatever. But I definitely, some of my favorite shows is when I have had young artists here that were kind of budding, and then you see them, and then now Caldwell is all over the world, and he was just this little young man that sit here one time, and many artists like him, many organizations that we've partnered with and joined, artists that have called in from other countries and took time out of their 2 a.m., 3 a.m. schedule to call in to this little old show here in Baltimore. Right. And all the Baltimore DMV artists that have taken the time to come into the station, and Tamil from driving down here from New York, and all these artists. Shout out to Natasha Henderson. She actually got me onto this show. She had a show here prior to me coming here, and she actually got me here. Shout out to Kyle Jackson for being my very first guest, and the guest that has been on this show.
Very first guest and friend, Morganite. Morganite.
Unfortunately. But he's been on the show more than any other person ever. Whenever I needed somebody, a guest called out, Kyle would come here, whether he lived in Baltimore or he lived in DC, and hopefully he's coming down here for the festival today. So shout out to Kyle, but all the many people that have helped us in the last 3 years and counting, continue doing this. It's definitely a labor of love. So if you want to be on the show, if you want to financially support the show, hit us up, the Artist Exchange Radio Show at gmail.com. But today, come on in, Damonn.
He's standing around trying to pretty himself.
Yeah.
He walked around a couple times trying to get pretty. Oh, hey, we weren't talking about you at all.
You're not here though, right?
No, not at all. What?
But I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought this was soundproof.
Right.
But before me today, I have one of the actors, TC Falcon. I was about to give you a real name because that's like...
For those of you who would like to know my full name is Aaron Deontay Trent Caldwell.
That's what he write on the check. So you got to give that name.
Yeah, I got to give that name.
You know, as of yet, so you got to...
Well, technically, TC Caldwell is official. I have done several contracts with clients, and that's the name that is on the business as of right now. So that name is solidified.
Now you put it out there, you got to register.
I know.
Because if I take it, then I'm gonna get all the check. But TC is one of the actors of Home. Theater Morgan will be presenting Home by Sam Art Williams, directed by, before us also, Miss Cheryl J. Williams, one of the theater instructors at Morgan State University. Tell me more about your job at Morgan, the work that you do. I don't want to call it a job, but the work that you do at Morgan.
Yes, definitely not a job. It's truly a passion. I go to work every day and play. That's the way I look at it. People say, where are you going? I said, I'm going to play. Actually, I was at Morgan from 2003 to 2009 in the position of an administrative staff technician, which is more of the production manager. I left in...
She no joke there.
Yes.
No, not at all.
I left in 2009, set sail. I went to Virginia and I did some things, developed, created, and got accredited a fine arts department for Virginia Union University.
Okay.
And I chaired that for 2.5 years. And I left there. I told them it would take me 5 years to get it up and running. And after 5 years, I left, only to return back to Morgan. And
she returned home.
And that is the truth.
So you just getting back to Morgan?
About 2 years now.
Okay, cool.
2 years officially this semester, I believe it is.
Yes.
Yes. So that return was really important for me to return. I did not return the way I left because my mission to coming back was to be full-time faculty. And the universe, yes, the universe, God, whatever you choose to call your higher self, the greater being, enabled me to return. And this semester, I'm actually full-time. I am sitting in as coordinator of the theater arts because Shirley Bassfield Dunlap is on sabbatical.
Okay.
So they brought me in full-time to replace her.
It's just a blessing.
Yes, it is.
No, I honestly feel that way because when the first inkling that she might be coming back, I almost lost my mind because there were certain classes that I had held off on taking because she wasn't there, and now this
we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with
no, seriously,
seriously.
No, I'm dead serious. If she wasn't there for lighting, I wouldn't have taken. I haven't taken lighting, but now that she's back, I will be taking lighting.
There's a difference, and especially at a university level, certain teachers match your learning style, and if you don't get what you need in a way that you need it, it's like you didn't learn it. So you just took a class, you paid for a class for nothing.
You're preaching right now.
You wasted their time, you wasted your time. And then you have to still go learn that somewhere else. We have very few instructors at Coppin, so I definitely get that. And you don't want, I'm thinking about going back to Coppin at some point, and because Professor Quartz isn't there, it's
right.
Well, we got Miss Williams. You can always become a Morganite.
Oh, I would never do that. It's crossed my mind. It's crossed my mind. Yes. We have to talk, negotiate.
And I was very fortunate because I'm here in the middle, but I did teach at Coppin as well as Morgan State.
We know that.
While at Morgan State.
While at Morgan. That's the...
Wow.
Coppin State and Morgan are rivals?
No, it could never be a rival.
I was trying to build a bridge. And I'm always trying to be the peacemaker. You know, hopefully I get the Nobel Peace Prize for building that bridge between Coppin and Morgan. Yeah,
Just as long as we don't come in here wearing our school colors, we fine. It's like that.
Yes, it is. It's strong like that.
Yeah, but at Morgan, I'm actually I'm a professional lighting designer. I direct, and my profession is stage management. I actually graduated from Rutgers Mason Grove School of the Arts in the stage management program.
That's what's up. So we're going to talk more about the technical side of theater. I have a couple questions in that area. So we're going to come back. The Artist Exchange Radio Show 3rd anniversary. Turn up, turn up, turn up. Shout out to Mr. Hollywood.
Hey.
This pushback going on today. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better, and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing, and they always like, oh, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these, well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's not the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here.
0.25.
So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste, to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of that Banji soul with us. Stand behind her.
Okay. Well, y'all singing y'all mic.
Yeah, y'all can sing.
Okay, so this is called What I Thought. It's also on the album.
Don't hold back.
Okay. Y'all ready? You ready, B? Okay. Okay. I see the lights pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you all night. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yes.
Welcome back. We were just talking about next season at Morgan State University, but we're going to focus on this season right now. We're not going to take the cat out of the bag. But we were getting on the topic of the technical side of theater. I just recently, was it the beginning of this year, I took, it was like a mini workshop with a young lady who wrote the book, Black Acting Styles.
Yeah, it was
she had
the earlier part of this year.
She came into Morgan and she wrote this book. And she didn't discover anything because it's what we do as black theaters, actors anyway. But to find it in a book and to be able to skim through this book and read the book and really discover what we created, and we're putting it up with these European classic styles of acting and a couple American styles, but realizing we have just as much kind of validity in that world as they think we do, as we think we do. Realizing we were the origin of theater, and not taking away from Greek and Roman and that whole ideal, but realizing we have just as much to offer. We're just as valuable to this world of acting and theater. Looking at this book, it was like I'm still reading through it. I'm still my acting class. They were really mad that they had to read this summer because we were going through each one of the styles and creating a short piece based on each one of those styles. But did you get a chance to read that book or go through?
No, I do teach. I was teaching Black drama, and just to understand that Aristotle came up with the 6 elements, and I teach it to my students by saying, "Please, sir, call me the diva." Okay, plot, spectacle, character, theme, dialogue, and
he was trying to go through as you was going. I saw him.
Okay.
No, I was.
Yeah, please, sir, call me the diva.
I was like,
and music, and it's very interesting because to understand why Black drama became, why was it necessary? I think what we do as a culture of people doesn't never have fallen under the category of what Aristotle put in place. But I think for many, many years we have tried to fit our stuff into somebody else's style,
and it doesn't always work.
It does not work. And you have to understand, like you said earlier,
even doing their work, it does not work.
And like you said earlier, not to take anything away from the Greeks, but let's look at what the Greeks took away from the Africans. Okay, so
Gotcha.
he came up with this based on
hello, you wake out there? Hello, world.
I have lost my headset on that one.
But it does explain a lot, because one of the principles in that book, and I'm trying to think of the young lady who wrote the book. She learned under this gentleman, and I read the book twice, so I'm mad that I forgot his name. But we should not always go to in a situation where we're stripping ourselves of who we are, and that's one of the biggest difference between the styles of, you know, Black theater versus white theater. Going in there as yourself, and putting that into the character, so you're creating this crossbreed of a character instead of just becoming something completely attached from yourself, detached from yourself.
Right, and that's the controversy now. You know, can Europeans direct our pieces? And the answer to that is yes, they can.
Is this gonna be different?
But the thing of it is,
they're at a disadvantage.
Well, it's not a disadvantage. They come from what they know. It's like the iceberg theory. You see the iceberg. Okay, we see the iceberg. That's the script. But what's under the iceberg?
We don't see.
Yeah, the part that we do not see, and Europeans just see that iceberg.
That's another reason why I guess maybe disadvantage.
That's where stereotypes come from.
The best term to use, but when I use the word disadvantage, it's kind of like if let's say a white director was to direct Two Trains Coming, or The Piano. Two Trains Running. I'm so sorry.
Which will be at Spotlighters Theater.
Oh yeah, that they are doing that. I'm sorry, but it's like yes, it's like yes, you've seen the story.
You see the iceberg.
Yes, you've heard the story.
You run into it.
Yeah, you hear the water running.
You may have worked with people who have done this production 1,000 times. But you yourself will never...
You know August Wilson, but...
You'll never fully understand it, because we, as a people, have been told the stories by family members all our lives. We encounter it even today throughout our lives. So that's what I mean when I say disadvantage. It's just like there's a piece of you that wants to know everything, but you also want to shield yourself away from knowing what that feels like.
Right.
That's why you'll never fully immerse yourself in that kind of.
When August Wilson passed away, the theater group that I was with, we got to do the tribute at Center Stage, and I remember the creative director at the time. She had this fabulous relationship with August Wilson, and she was giving us notes on how to get, because we just did all of his plays and we just did snippets of it, and it was crazy because she had this idea of who he was and what he represented and the people he was talking about, and never did she ask us a question. She just told us what it was. Fast forward to even the piece that I'm doing now, they're all black characters. There's one white character, and she's a doctor in it. And the play is on HIV and AIDS in the gay black community. And the writer is Asian, the director is white, the production company is white. And I sit there and I had an issue with that coming into the door.
Yes.
Because it feels like now what we hear is black gay men are the problem.
Yes.
And it doesn't address any other culture, any other sex, any other part of the community that is included in it. And I understand what their goal is to help this section of this community not have this issue. But when you have directors that don't know that community or aren't from that community, it becomes pointed. And it becomes a weapon and a punishment that they're giving out and they're directing and they're producing, opposed to it being an actual solution that is being written about and written. And it's a lot of things that hit home when other people see us a certain way and we feel it and we know it's true, but it still stings. But they don't. It's no resolution. There's a gentleman in the play that actively knowingly gave somebody the disease, but the way it was written, it did not. It made him feel like he was. You didn't go into the backstory, and because they've had a lot of people of color workshop this with them, now it reads as if he is a well-rounded character. There's a reason for this behavior, not just the behavior, but there's trauma behind what the issue was or what the behavior was. So that's the issue that I have with other cultures writing for us and directing us and doing our work. They don't include us because they feel like, oh, this is theater, I can do this, I'm a director, I can do this.
But theater is actually real life.
Yeah, so you can't get this from a
real
book.
Life.
Research a book.
Exactly. And a lot of times I believe they use it as a justification.
Right.
You know, I'm going to put this script out about HIV, point it to black gay men.
Because I want to help them.
What they're doing is, because I want to help them, but what they're actually doing is justifying the myth that it only comes from gay black men. Right. So it's a justification. They have justified everything that they've done. You know,
monkeys. And then a man did something.
Yes. Right.
You know that was
I mean, they even justified slavery with the Bible. Everything that we've done, I can base it on the Bible. That this is okay. I tell people a lot of times, when do we stop looking for justification from someone who cannot justify us?
That's a question in the black art community.
Can we begin to understand that our art, what we do, is totally different? Why are we trying to take our oranges and make them apples?
And the problem is, or even compare our oranges to their oranges. It's two different. It's coming from two different places, and we want to be a part of mainstream. We want to be what's part of what is considered a valid art. There's no grading scale. You can't grade art. You grade technique or how well someone learned a technique, but not how good art is. And we keep trying to fit into. That's a big problem here in Baltimore, cities like Baltimore. We want to be a part of their community because they're making the money. They're on the front page, and we get those spotlights where we're part of the conversation, but we're being used to sell. we're being used to promote something else bigger that they're doing. And it's not really our art is valuable to them as a company. We're not even seen as like the experts in our field. No matter how much experience, you have a vast amount of experience, but they'll still pick a director from Towson to do something over you because this is. Look what they have the resources there. Right. Why would we choose a Morgan or a Coppin when we have Towson? You know, the same reason Center Stage decided to go to Towson opposed to Morgan. Right. You know, with the same amount of resources.
Yes, but they came to Morgan to build the set.
Yeah, to work.
Right, and then they did the performance out at Towson. Yes. Because
it was safer.
Yes.
To do the work.
Do the work.
Again, the stereotype. The stereotype. And
I throw out names because I'm just a transparent person, but you have to speak on things because it will keep happening if we don't step in and break the cycle.
Exactly.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I promised on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. If you're looking for sponsorship, if you want us to help you advertise your business, definitely hit me up. The Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called Baltimore Heat. There we go. They were telling us a little bit about they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea, and I always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall in love with the city of Baltimore. Just like they did with Miami Vice and Chicago Fire and NYPD Blue and
Sex in the City,
and all these other places that have the city as a star as much as the artists and the actors are.
And that's Baltimore has for many years have been the backdrops of many movies. I could think of a few Whoopi Goldberg movies, Sleepless in Seattle. A lot of these movies that have always used Baltimore as a scene. Not to mention The Wire and Homicide and countless other movies, House of Cards. All these movies and television shows that have always used it, but it was never really about Baltimore. They always included Baltimore in the story or the backdrops or certain historical scenery,
things they absolutely needed to say.
And, but and House of Cards actually shoots in Baltimore, but they're saying that it's Washington D.C.
Right.
So they're shooting here and not even giving us credit.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Start here, and it's not going to end here. But we're back on air. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. We can talk about black theater just forever. This forever. I want to really talk about to give you all this segment to talk about the production of what you're doing, what to expect, how we gonna, I've seen some at Morgan. They do these epic plays with like 50 people in them and a choir and it's always so many people. So I'm very shocked to see, outside of the directing classes, of course, and your acting class when they do their final projects. I've never seen a play at Morgan with less than like 7 to 8 people in it. I've never seen it.
There have been since I've been through my matriculation at Morgan.
Over the years.
Many moons. There have been a couple of pieces that have had grand numbers, and then there have been some that have had milder numbers, like maybe 8 to 12.
That's what I say. I've never seen.
This is what, to be in production? No.
Yes.
Most of them, we want to keep them in house to grow up and mature.
But they let people audition.
It's open to the entire campus and the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had people from the community. We've actually had guest artists that performed on Broadway. Roscoe Brown came in to do
Jitney. No, not Jitney.
It was Jitney.
Yeah, it was Jitney.
Jitney. Yes. But this particular piece is the first time in the history of Theater Morgan to be placed in the round. And all the audience will actually be on stage.
Right.
And we've boxed off everything else, just blacked out everything else. So I'm very excited because it's one of the first pieces I've done directed in the round. So but to me, coming from a family of storytellers, I remember all the time being around my grandfather on Sunday, 25 grandchildren, like 34 great-grandchildren, and we were all there at my grandparents' house. And my granddaddy would always sit out in the rocking chair and tell us stories. And so to me, when I gave it a thought and the scenic designer first presented this concept of doing it in the round, I got excited, but I got very nervous all at the same time, because it was something new. But I realized that storytelling for us as a people is our history. That's what we pass down, and that's how we pass it down. So actually to have people just sitting around the stage, and I mean they're just so close to the stage.
If we're the stage, first row is where you guys are. So it's really like in your face, and like I've done in the round before,
but it still was a little.
But it's because to be in your home theater, which is usually people out there. I'm here. I got a lot of room to play with. All right, cool. I'm good. But even during the rehearsal process, we have the stage and we have chairs set up to kind of.
Wait a minute. The first day I actually put the chairs in place. The cast looked at me and said, "Well, why are those chairs there?" I said, "This is where the first row of audience will be." And they said, "Well, can you move it back a little bit?" No. Now, according to the ground plans, this is where it is. So every night, what the stage managers and myself, we move around in these chairs. So every time we go to a whole new beat, because the script does not have scenes, we've broken them down into beats. We get up and we shift. Every rehearsal, we just constantly shifting around.
So like you have to like focus on one of them while you're telling the stories, because otherwise you instinctively just look out into where the audience normally is, and she'll stop you. Like, you gotta stop putting your back towards the audience. I was just like, I forgot. I'm sorry. It's just I'm not used to it yet.
But you have to then and around. You have to keep moving.
Yes.
It's a continuous movement.
And then what I've learned is it's more about your body than anything. Especially with this piece, and like you said, with it being,
you feel like a giant doing stuff like this, like this style of theater.
I'm gonna say, so during the round there is no fourth wall.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
The ceiling.
There is no wall.
The ceiling. That's
well, actually, it was wonderful because scenic designer has figured out how to even close the ceiling. You know, we have a grid that's open, but we have string like patio lights up, and then we have some pieces. One is an image of a church steeple. The other one is a jazz sign that will light up neon. Fish fry and Uptown Train. Uptown Train when he goes into the city. So he has everything is like just closed in. We are all right here in this.
It's very intimate, and it is, like you said earlier, with such a small cast, it definitely can be overwhelming at times. Especially like you asked me earlier, this is kind of like my first lead role. I've had supporting lead before, but this is like get out there and do it. So I'm grateful for the opportunity, but it's eye-opening, and it's very humbling at the same time, because you got to do the work, you got to do the research, you have to be true to the character, you have to be true to the life.
I'm gonna ask you what your favorite scene is. Mine, I'll start with mine, is the Lady of the Night. Murder. That's my favorite, where he and what I like about black work, it lends itself to so many different other pieces, because we've seen this in what's the opera with Dorothy Dandridge. We've seen these scenes happen in many different plays, and I love when you see something that you're like, I saw that before. Like that scene has happened in several different other productions. And I just, he thought he was in love, he thought she loved him, but it was about the money at the end.
Right.
But I just love seeing the replication of our work in writers and directing, and how people just use stuff that's already there and just make it their own. And I don't look at that as stealing, but you're just taking something that's a classic thing in our work.
It's the culture.
Making it, right, in our culture.
We're constantly living these things. And before you answer your favorite part, Blues for an Alabama Sky is what we're doing next season. I'm actually directing that again. And when you look at Angel and you look at Myrna, from Home, Angel is a little more upscale, but she still was a Myrna. So she grew into it. So what was your favorite story?
My favorite, I have to be completely honest with you, I was nervous and scared as hell before, but now that I have committed it to my body, the fish fry.
You got them last 3 pages?
Yo, I got it all now.
Okay.
But
Could you hit that bell for a minute, please? Thank you.
No, I'm gonna hit it again. I'll hit it again for you, because it was rough. It was rough, but once I finally got,
because it's wordy, it's so wordy, and there are no scenes,
and
when it's together,
drilled into you that you have to be true to the words, to the T. It can be overwhelming, but I'd have to say Fish Fry is probably my favorite story.
Fish Fry. Did I direct that play?
No, the transition from Old Chief, Old Chief to the Fish Fry with Hard-Headed Herbert. That once I got all that down, that's probably my favorite moment, and that was probably the part that I was most scared of, because it's just me. It's literally just me telling this story for like at least 5 to 10 minutes. It's just me out there engaging everyone. And I feel like this is going to be a moment where if I don't draw everybody in, I'm gonna be really hurt myself.
This play, like Blues for Alabama Sky, it is definitely storytelling heavy. Like, you have to know how to carry a story and keep it going, because it's hard to even find the intermission, but we're going to find out intermission right now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com. Because you don't want to cut it.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind just gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio, give me a call, and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational,
not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompass of both of them.
Yeah.
So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah,
talent wise,
no doubt.
On this show, we got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first, it's 8 songs on the project, so it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project. Everything else has been singles. So
you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. You know, I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right.
No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. I mean, it's more work than what I expected. Honestly, I mean, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia, and I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whatever parents, they gotta have the best of everything. Or when you go to school, you gonna kill them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you look and it's like, did you have it like that when you was in school? Nah, girl. My parents, I had to go to school with stuff, old tennis shoes and stuff like that. I ain't gonna let my kids go there, but a decent pair of tennis shoes, a decent slacks, whatever. I'm kind of glad that they did.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. If you didn't know, today is the 3rd anniversary of the Artist Exchange Radio Show here on BeExposedRadio.com. There are some great things that are going to be happening with this show, with all the hosts and co-hosts and places we're going to go, like today we're going to the Sticky Bun Festival, so definitely catch us there at the Why Not Lot at the intersection of Charles and North Avenue in the forever budding Station Arts district of the city. So definitely come on out, get some sticky buns. There's a chef called OG, so he will be on the grill grilling it up. It's a nice day outside. Come on out, bring your family. It's very family oriented. It's about arts. It's about collective minds coming together. There are no walls. There are no boundaries here. So it's about arts. There will be a number of performers that are going to come up and I can't tell you who they are as of yet, but definitely stay tuned, stay locked in for that information. And before me right now, I have Mr. TC Falcone, or TC Falcon, or Aaron, depending on who you are, what hood you in.
Yeah, depending on where you at.
Yeah.
Behind that preposition.
If you don't remember TC, he was the former engineer of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. He also was one of the members of Weird Radio.
Yes, it was.
And he's a phenomenal photographer and videographer.
He's only saying that because I'm right in front of him.
He's also an actor, and we'll be seeing him on October the 20th through the 29th at Morgan State's presentation of Home by Samart Williams, directed by none other than Miss Cheryl J. Williams, the current coordinator of theater at Morgan State University. Did I say
Stand in.
I didn't want to say acting, but I was standing coordinator of theater.
Quick shout out to the other actors in the piece, Miss Kiana Hill and Miss Abney Krista Salone Dixon.
They're working right now. They're working.
They're getting it ready. They get it done. And I remember I briefly looked over my shoulder. I think one of the texts that came in asked when the rehearsal process began. We
cheated.
We actually jumped right in June.
There you go.
We jumped in June. We started doing some table work, and things went awry, and then we came right back to it with some new blood, and then rehearsal kept going.
Erase and replace.
We had some
2 weeks.
We had some breaks in between. You know, people getting our lines down, came back, had some homework to do, and the rehearsal process has just been amazing. Like at one point, we were saying our lines while playing dominoes and doing word searches and trying to listen.
You think it's easy?
It's not.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Dominoes, it was a lot easier. Doing the word search when you have to focus solely by yourself, you can't do it because you're not listening, you're not engaged with the other person. And that's one thing I can honestly say I'm very proud that she got that through to us through that process.
I used to I love playing those little exercises, doing those exercises as a director. One of my favorite ones was having them fold clothes, because you don't or cooking. Like, let's cook something or fold clothing, because you lose the conversational aspect of it being an actor, because you're thinking about breathing and moving and where you're standing at, and you forget to just talk. Just have a conversation. There's a call and response to this. You know, a reaction and a reaction to everything.
Like, that's how we did in Miser. You know what I'm saying? We actually go through the techniques, and we're actually talking and interacting with other stuff like
activities,
clothes, and actually going over your lines and everything like that. So it is a good way to help with memory and actually interacting with someone. So
just to get the continuity of the lines down.
I'm a Rutgers graduate, so you know I know about Miser.
New Jersey, stand up.
Activities are very important, and the thing is, again, we keep saying theater is life.
Theater's life.
You know, and who sits and just fold clothes? You as a culture, you fold clothes. That's part
talking
of
to the TV,
or other family members. And I didn't do the clothes folding
Please don't give me no more ideas. She got us doing Zumba.
I'm kind of OC when it comes to certain things. And when I go into the store to purchase something, that's why I don't go into the department store, because you spend $200-300 and they just kind of wrap it up and put it in the bag, and I'm standing there about to just pass out. Place my stuff on a hanger, put it in a garment bag.
Thank you.
I mean, that's just who I am.
Where did you learn this
hand
craft?
Me the garment bag. The garment bag.
Okay,
Swanky.
Yes.
So some activities, it's like, no, we're not going to do that.
But it teaches you, like, that is one of, I learned that at Coppin, and you have to learn, it's what your hands are doing, stage business. Like, you have to learn that, because that's what connects people. Like, oh, I do the same thing. I have one writer, she loves, and I don't care what play it is, it's never written into the script. She loves to see somebody braiding somebody's hair or doing, because that's a part of our culture. You see that whatever house you go in, somebody's doing somebody's hair,
right?
And she loves to see that element while they're having a conversation. Like, you just find your way over and you start braiding or doing something, and it just makes it real. It makes it connected, because a lot of people don't get there. They think it's something that you're supposed to observe, and you're supposed to get a feeling from it. You're supposed to attach yourself to the storyline, no matter if this happened to you, but there's something about that person or something about what they're talking about that connects with your story or somebody you remember.
Like, I've also brought in Mary Travis, who's a choreographer. Shout out to Miss Mary, to work with them on their body movement. I brought in we call her Miss Dee Dee, but her name is Alma Mercer, who is, I brought her in. She comes in to work with them on the vocals. Because some of the dialogue we have converted into song form. Right.
Yeah, don't look at me like that.
And Mary just...
I'm sitting up front.
Yes.
I'm going to be the first person
Yes. And the thing about the movement is the mere fact that for them to perform for 90 minutes nonstop, they have to, and I told them, I said, you're going to have to start exercising. I checked to make sure that they eat correctly, because
not heavy, but correctly
is mind, soul, body. It's all one unit, and you really have to make this work for you.
From when he first comes and he's more upright and more upbeat and optimistic, to when he's dragging that bag back down south. There's a difference. So that's movement.
Different body.
So it was funny. What was that, Thursday? I had them doing Zumba.
Zumba.
And so when we finished,
she must have met Wambui. He used to have us doing the hurdles with him. Sit up.
We got Sam
the burps. What they call it? The burps?
Well, not yet. But what happens is, in the very opening of the play, there's this chopping rhythm that they have, and they kept getting tired after. I could look at. Oh, you were sweating.
I was sweating.
That was the first time I got it. I said, "Oh, see, they're all out of shape." So what I did was, with the Zumba, as soon as they finished that, I said, "Okay, let's take it from the top of the show." And they were like, "What?" I said,
"I thought that was rehearsal."
Let's go. Let's go. And I said, "You'll do this every night before the show opens." So Miss Abney, who's playing Patty May, looks at me and go, "Every show?"
Because at first she was all gung ho for it. She was like, "Oh yeah, we can. This is fun. We should do this." And then, like, after we were done, she was like, "Okay, so wait."
She was just laid out on the stage.
Every rehearsal? Yeah, thanks. Every rehearsal now. Like, we started building the set in like July, early August, and even when we were building the set, we were saying our lines. So like someone would have a drill in their hand, you know. And see, there was never a woman or a man, you know.
But see, this is and going back to that book, Black Acting Styles. This is what our process is, because we don't always have the luxury of having a crew and actors and all these extra individuals that have a job.
We do it ourselves.
We're doing it ourselves. So that's the time that you still got to be running lines. That's the time that you. They don't understand us. We're going to be right back. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I have one more segment, and then I'll be like skedaddling, because I have a show to do. So I love you guys, but I'll be back. One more segment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for a flashback.
And I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. I was done. I said, how dare you? You filthy ass animal. Get the hell out of my house. It was a problem. Because it's like, clearly, you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all? Because that's a problem for me, too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabro just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, you know, he would have been trying to, like, I'd have been like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Yeah, I'm going back to my host skills if y'all didn't understand. This is TC the Falcon, aka TC Falcone, and we're here with the co-host of the Artist Exchange, Mr. King Hollywood Hall.
Right.
And then we have Miss Cheryl J. Williams, the lovely director of Home, written by Sam R. Williams, Theater Morgan's production that we will be putting on the last 2 weekends of October. Mr. Couser has stepped away for just a second, but while we were on break, we were just kind of going over the journey that has come out of doing Home and the sentimental value of it being the 150th anniversary for Morgan and putting on Home for majority of the alumni to come home to see that production and the amount of emotions that will come and arise from this production. It's definitely been thrilling, nerve-wracking, and exciting all in one breath. I want to say shout out to Miss Tracy, Leah, and Donovan, wonderful stage managers. Kiana was a stage manager, but she got pulled into the production. No, you don't understand. One thing I love about Miss Williams is if she wants you win something,
right?
Oh, you gonna be in it. There's nothing you can do to stop her.
I got stuff to do today.
She's like, baby. It's all relative. It all goes together. She tell you, oh, your classwork and rehearsal, baby, that's all one thing.
It's all one thing.
It's all one thing.
There's no separation.
There's no separation of anything, and when it comes to what you have to do in theater, because theater is what you live. Theater is what you have to do. Everything else is secondary, because the law, if you will, is you can't serve more than one master.
Right.
So if you can find theater in everything that you do,
yes,
it's like a walk in the park.
Isn't every day like theater?
Yes.
Because everyone talks and they act things out like, you saw how they was walking
that's
like this?
That's what we understand, but that's what people don't know.
Correct.
Because telling a story amongst your friends about how you got shortchanged or they gave you the wrong order at McDonald's or something like that, and you got all these different voices and everything like that, that's theater.
Right.
But people don't know that they're doing it on a day-by-day basis. But once you show that to them, you can see a small spark and ignite in them.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I switched from being an electrical engineering major. My first production ever was the Odyssey that you did lights for.
Yes.
That was back in 2007. I was cast, and I had 7 different roles. I was and from the first role, I'm just like, wait, that's 7 people. I don't know if I can do that. I went from being a sailor to a suitor to Achilles to a henchman to a suitor who was fighting. It was just all over the place. But from that point on, I was just immersed.
Yes, and that's what I love, especially about this piece, is that the young ladies actually have these different roles. And it was at one point where, if you look at the text from the first time it was actually produced, they had all these different costume pieces. Mm-hmm. The actors never really changed anything. They had a basic outfit,
Right.
but they would add costume pieces to become these other characters. Well, when we first started the process in rehearsals, we had all of these costume pieces, and every time you know, it's like when I get a little break, I keep thinking about things. You know, I never feel that it's complete, and I never feel that I know all of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm constantly looking. And I think when the cast really hates when I have more than 3 days away from them.
Because she gets, it's not too much time to think, but she gets to collect her thoughts. Mm-hmm. And that's when it becomes a problem. Not necessarily an issue.
I got my thoughts together.
It's just a problem that needs to be solved. It's not an issue. Right. But
so eventually I think this last time I came back and I said, okay, we're just going to run this show. And it's really nice because we've actually had 3 complete run-throughs, and we still have 6 weeks before the show actually opens. Okay. And usually 6 weeks is when you're just starting rehearsal. And so when I came back this time, I think we were, it was the Labor Day break.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I came back and I said, okay, I told the stage manager, put all the little costume pieces over there in the box. And the actors, I could see them going, uh-oh, what she's doing now. What's coming next? What's coming next? And I said, just put them all over in the box and let's just run this.
Okay.
And it was very, very good. I enjoyed watching it. We did a complete run through. And I'm working more towards now, how do we just flip in and out of these characters without the distraction
of all these
having
extra
to
pieces.
Get to this place to get this piece. Where's the piece now? It was over there. It was over here in the box. It was over there in the stool.
Because
at
that point, it started to get restrictive with blocking. Yes. So now that we've ran it 3 times, and aside from me getting my costume pieces, the girls haven't really had the need to go back and forth and get their extra pieces. They've been able to flip in and out successfully more than once the different characters that they have to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't maybe like 2 or 3 pieces for them to change into.
So like they got split personalities or something like that?
Well, no, it's actually
flipping in and out, you say?
No, well, when I say flip in and out, what we're saying is they're becoming these other characters at a certain point in Cephas' journey, because the play is all about Cephas' journey.
Right.
And once
Cephas Jeremiah Miles Jr.
Yes. Junior. I don't know where the junior part came from, but Sam Mark Williams named him Cephas Jr. Yeah. I mean Cephas Miles.
No, because Patty calls me Cephas Jr.
She does.
See, it's in the text. You can find everything in the text.
Yes, that's true. I don't know what play I'm directing, but she does at the end. That's when the junior part comes in. And it's not that they're flipping, it's just that this is Cephas' journey.
Right.
And all of these characters are a part of his consciousness and a part of the journey. So, you know, that's why I say they're not per se really real characters, but they're real people, but they are just a part of this story that is being told. And what's really interesting is that the last scene of the play, okay, let me back that up. The opening scene of the play is the day after the last scene of the play. So in other words, the play goes in.
Yeah, your whole mind just went.
Yes.
So, say that again. Okay. So the opening of the play is the day after the last scene of the play. So technically everything throughout the middle of the show is recollection of what has happened and transpired to get him to the day after the last scene of the play.
Yes.
I'm just gonna have to be there.
I'm trying to, and like because when we made that discovery and we kind of solidified that that's what this was. Like she said, when you really want to get your lines, go to the back of the play and go forward.
Yes.
It's like a Japanese comic looking way.
Exactly.
So everything just kind of falls into place.
Yeah, because I actually I went back and read the script from the back to the front.
But I believe we just got the cue that we have to go to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere as we continue to celebrate the 3rd year anniversary for the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so the very opening.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately.
Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Every time.
You just have to really
have faith and believe.
Right, and it's everything isn't going to be cotton candy and clouds all the time, but you have to, even in the midst of a storm, you have to speak light over a situation and life over a situation. You cannot always go into every situation. Sometimes it gets above you, and sometimes you got to speak over yourself and bring yourself back to focus, and because you already there. But in most cases, we take ourselves there. We walk ourselves over that dark threshold because it's easy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I need opportunities like that.
Well, you got paid to build the show and be in it.
That's true.
You weren't free labor.
Yeah, that's true.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Amen. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio. What?
He was talking to the gold piece.
Yeah. I wasn't talking to the gold piece like this, man.
I mean, we can still hear you.
So we're back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. I am very excited, not because, TC and Miss Cheryl definitely came. And I'm glad that this turned into a normal show because even in celebration, we still got to work. So I am all about the work. But one of the people who definitely shared this experience and coming into it, and has definitely shared the experience and the longevity of it all, is my best friend Jana. She's kind of always in stealth mode.
Yes,
so,
I really am.
kind of sneaks in and sneaks out. But Jana actually helped me start the show, and then she became a mom, and she's already a wife, and she's out in the sprawl of it all now. So she doesn't come by as much, but she definitely sticks in and come back and forth whenever I need help. So she stopped by today. So I wanted to give Miss Jana Holmes a shout out.
Give her a nice round of applause.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Nathan. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. When you first said you want to start a radio show, I was like, for real? Really? I don't know. But you're my friend, so I had to help you out and do whatever I could to support you. But I was like, I don't know. And then but 3 years later, I'm so proud of you, and I'm happy that you stuck with it, and you're just doing good work. So I'm proud of you.
And to me, our conversation in the arts definitely it doesn't close off on this, but it does get to this point. It's about this perseverance in Black arts. We lose so much ground and power because we don't stick to it, and we get frustrated and we drop it all and we go be a manager at somebody else's dream. And it's about this focusing, and I'm not where I want to be at, but I'm a lot further than I was when we started, when it was just me and Jana rubbing our eyes 10 o'clock in the morning here and just trying to get through it all. And it's definitely been a lot of ups, the downs have been just lessons for me. And I just say to everybody, if you are an artist, just stick to it. You know, stick to things that you actually want to do. Stop doing things that benefits just somebody else's dream. If you don't fit into the end result of it, let it go, because you're just wasting your time. If you're choosing the profit over the passion, you'll always lose out.
Yeah, I always tell a student and people that I know, to be in the arts, you're artist. It's in you. Right. Okay, so you cannot have a plan B.
Right.
You only can have a plan A.
Because plan B is going to do
plan B is going to be the distraction for you. So if you have, and Will Smith said that, you know, he said have a plan A and a plan A only. You know, and you make that work. If that's all you have, you're going to put everything that you have into making that work for you, and that's what it requires.
Right.
That's what it requires.
Right. And I'm just to piggyback off, like, you know what I'm saying, like pretty much like don't stop. You know, we got to keep going, and if we fail at some things, don't let that be the end of your journey. You know, because failure is just stepping stones.
If you're the only person that believes in that dream, that's all you need.
Right. That's right. Yeah, and if you fall down 7 times, get up 8.
Right.
Get up.
Keep getting back up.
Just keep that in the forefront of your mind. Make it your passion, your drive for getting up in the morning.
Because everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
That's something that I learned in the last 2 years. And everything that you desire, everything that's been promised to you, everything that you want out of your life is on the other side of that fear.
And fear is the unknown.
Right.
You just don't know.
It's a man-made construct.
Yes,
Fear
yes.
is just that. It's something that we've created that's not a tangible thing.
Yeah, false evidence appearing real.
Exactly.
That's all fear is.
False evidence appearing real. Who said that?
Somebody, when you find out, please
Cheryl
give them
J.
credit
Right,
for it. But for right now, we're going to use Cheryl J. Williams.
There's somebody watching and listening right now. Oh, that was deep. Oh, wait, that's the acronym for fear. Mind blown.
That is really, this was a project for me. It definitely was a project, this radio show, and it was a project in sticking to something. I always stay too long at the party. I don't know when to leave somebody else's dream alone. But my dreams were always put on the back burner. And this project was about a selfishness. My pastor, Dr. Ruth Travis, told me, take time for you. This is your season to be selfish.
Yes.
And in building your dream, you have to, people will call you, I've been called difficult in the last 2 years. I've been called, intolerable. All those things because I was pursuing my goals. And people can't take when somebody is being that selfish.
And you can understand when you are going somewhere.
Yes.
That's when people want to talk about you, have things to say about you. Because if you're standing still with them, they will never utter your name out of their mouths. So when people are talking about you, then that's when you know you are moving in that forward direction of fulfilling your purpose, because we all have a purpose here.
It's like, oh, you changed up on us. No,
I'm moving forward.
I'm just going where I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going into my calling, you know?
Yes.
And definitely meeting many artists like yourselves, sitting across from people, we all go through the same thing. And one of my wishes for the Black arts community specifically, and the purpose behind the Artist Exchange is really to give us that space to be unified.
Yes.
I know we joke a lot about Coppin and Morgan, but we've always found a way to share what we have with each other.
Yes.
I remember Dunlap coming and teaching us when Professor Course was out, and vice versa.
Yes.
And us always sharing tickets with each other.
Yes.
You come see our show, we come see your show. And it's something that's valuable. Is we need to be more collective. You may not get what my dream is, but just respect that I have a dream.
Right.
It's not my little show. It's my show.
Right.
And we have to really respect each other and start learning how to support support each other.
Yes.
You know, and not just when we make it. It's that period where you're like, I think this person really gonna do it, and then it's this long gray area between when you think that and when they actually do it, if they get to do it, and then you jump on it. Right. You know.
And to piggyback, stop not supporting because you have talent. You have talent, abundance of talent. Oh, you got a nice talent, man. You keep doing your thing. All right, I appreciate that. Well, I got this thing coming. Oh, I won't be able to make it. Oh, I really like that artwork that you did and the jewelry pieces that you make. You think I can get some of those? Yeah, sure. They're only $15. I was kind of hoping you would just let me get some, you know, because boys. Right. I can't. That's one of the things I cannot stand about us as a people.
Well, don't put all of us in there, you know.
Okay. If nobody does anything about it, it is all of us. If you're just standing watching it happen.
And then at the same time, especially since I've been in this city, you want someone else to make it, but you don't want to help support buying their product or even advertising their product or even just bringing people to their events or their venues or anything like that. Now, I understand if you have other obligations, right? But at least extend a hand in some way, shape, or form.
And I'll flip that to make it a positive. Let's just support each other more. Right. Let's find a way. If my jewelry isn't your cup of tea, you know a friend that it is.
Exactly.
Right. So share it with them, and it'll all happen and we notice when you start supporting mine, then I start supporting yours. Somebody has to be the first person to do it.
Exactly.
And break that cycle of just us being individual black artists. Yes. Because it's not working. Morgan can't live and exist only at Morgan.
Exactly.
Compton can't exist only. Arena Players, the UB Blake Center, the Reginald F. We can't exist only in our spaces. And then we run to other cultures and do their work without thinking about how much we get. Because I didn't even think about how much I was getting paid for this last production that I'm in. But if one of my friends, I'm thinking, you know, I'm doing this for free. But it's the attitude that we have, and we have to change that, and we have to respect the people that are on the ride with us. Yes. Right. Even if it's your baby, you have to respect everybody. And I've tried very hard to really make opportunities and create opportunities via this platform for everybody. But I can't expect for everybody to take it as seriously as I am. Right. But I don't want people on a ride that's just spectating. Right, I just can't have that anymore. We got to stop spectating and be a part of it. Baltimore is too many things going on in this city that's passing us by, you know, and we're not taking advantage of the opportunities we have. We just complaining about them not being accessible. Right. But you're not putting yourself in positions and places where I'm not. You go to Morgan's show of Home on the 26th to the 20th to the 29th, and you might meet somebody in that audience that can take you somewhere else. Exactly. And if you don't go to that, you're just another person complaining about it not being enough stuff going on here. If you are crazy, then it's not enough stuff going on for you. But definitely, there's something going on every night of the week in the arts and the entrepreneurial sector and the political sector. Here's something for everybody here, and you just got to get out and you got to see it. We're going to take a quick break. I won't be here, but just know I'm here in spirit. I'll be still sharing the show and still watching the show. I'm on my way down to the War Memorial to finish the second part of my day. I want to see everybody at the Sticky Bun Festival. Come get a sticky bun. Come get one of Sharif's delectable appetizers, confections. There you go. Support. Appreciate the arts. Shout out to Zakiya and Tina B and Lady KK for putting on this awesome production and letting the Artists Exchange take the credit for it and be a part of it. I'll be hosting the event, so I'll be there. I'm gonna be a little snousy. I may not look it right now because I was rolling out of the bed, but I'm definitely gonna get a little cleaned up in the next 3 hours and be out there to present all the talent, all the artists. So we're gonna take a quick break. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. I'll
welcome.
Be at the
Thank
show.
You.
Let me know what I'll have to do. Yeah. Send me the information, and if the other two young ladies want to come on, we're always happy to have them. Y'all still have a whole month.
Yes.
I also love to sit in on the rehearsal. I won't say anything. I promise I'm not going to join in the exercise.
Yeah, all of our rehearsals are open.
Oh, see, there we go. See,
it's all about the process.
I'm not going to do the exercise, but if you need a nail.
Oh, no. You're part of the rehearsal process, baby. Come on, you can get down with it. Get down.
Yes. Just let us know. Just let us know.
Y'all rehearsing today? Yeah.
But I'll kind of connect that with TC because he's busy, he's booked.
What are you talking about?
I'll get the information from TC, and whatever I can do to help, let me know. I am there, I am willing, and I'm gonna be there front row and center to heckle you. Sir.
Yes, I know. It's perfectly fine.
And smirk.
You know what I'm saying, the Artist Exchange, y'all have y'all comp tickets. Will be on standby for whatever day you guys, please don't ever say that word again, whatever day you guys decide to show up. You are never allowed to say on fleek ever again.
Message.
So we're going to go to a break. Happy 3rd year anniversary to the Artist Exchange. Everybody that continues to listen, that continues to support. Thank you, Jana. She never brings the baby, but thank you, Jana, for stopping by. Thank you, Eric. He doesn't know how much I appreciate him, but I definitely appreciate him. Go to break. Go to break. Go to break.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Last time on Talk Lately.
Government. I don't understand why. Look, me, and I haven't said anything either. This is my moment. Where this American Healthcare Act is... Oh, you all right? Ooh, a sneeze and a cough. How'd that work out? That sounds real difficult. Like, damn, sneezing is like you skipping a heartbeat. A cough is like you bringing up a lung. So it was like a sneeze and a cough. So you was dying twice. Because you was coughing. I was like, you okay? Achoo! What? How you fit that in there? So, now back to the American Healthcare Act, because you're going to need that to get the cough and the sneeze together.
Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
When you have a lot of people retiring early, it's funny. A lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old. To Shaw Ferguson, and he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now, because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement,
right?
Stuff that's been happening. Is not the noun, is the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run through the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones,
right,
but to your mind.
Everything. Right. And later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because
yes,
you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew. You got to be in the bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like in a military that have with PTSD, we have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself, because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedule are laid out. By this time you gotta do this, by this time you gotta do this, eat at this time, back on the field. So
hey, what's up, this is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what that's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids, and when you got a wife, and then you doing everything, and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating? That is a nice commercial. I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio.
Late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead, because she can actually move on. Like, you can't move on. If he was alive, if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years, you can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait.
That means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting, because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides, all my skeleton.
He didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy part.
He wouldn't. He still doesn't know, because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live, where you can see us.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Okay. On the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com, celebrating the third year anniversary. Third year anniversary. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. All right. Once again,
we're gonna work on that.
Yeah. I'll take the note. This message. We got King Hollywood Hall, TC Falcone, TC the Falcon, or TC Caldwell. That's my stage presence when I'm an actor. It's TC Caldwell. And then we also have Miss Cheryl J. Williams, the illustrious Miss Williams, the one of many hats. Consultant, lighting technician, sound designer.
Lighting designer.
Lighting designer. I'm sorry, lighting designer, sound designer, stage manager, artist, consultant. Anything you need, she can provide.
Oh, now we'll be working with you soon.
Oh, yes.
Anything you need, she can provide.
So my question always becomes when people say, "What do you do?" I said, "What do you need?"
That's a slogan right there.
What do you need?
It's like, what do you want? No, what do you need? Boom. You tell me what you want. Tell me what you need.
And some people don't even know what they need, so I can tell them that too.
Right.
And then provide it. Okay.
But to break it down for us, Miss Williams, what, when, where, what time is all of this lovely production of Home, written by Sam R. Williams? When will all of this take place?
The when is, it opens October 20th. We have a show on October 20th, which is Friday at 7:30. 20th, 21st, and the 27th, 28th, all at 7:30 p.m. In other words, it's Friday, Saturday, shows are at 7:30 p.m. But then we have a 2 p.m. matinee on both Saturdays. I believe it is the 21st and the 28th. And then on Sunday, the 22nd and October 29th, we have a 3 p.m. show. October 26th, which is a Thursday morning, we have a 10:30 a.m. matinee open to the public. Anyone can come to the 10:30 show. Okay. The where is actually at the Carl J. Murphy Fine Arts Center in the Turpin Lamb Theater, 2201 Oregon Drive, Baltimore, Maryland. And you can get tickets at the Murphy Fine Arts Center box office, 443-885-4440. Again, 443-885-4440, or you can go on www.murphyfineartscenter.org. murphyfineartscenter.org. O-R-G.
O-R-G. O-R-G. Right. And once again, I am playing Cephas Jeremiah Miles Jr. I came up with the middle name. It just kind of all goes together when I was doing my character development. I like names that just kind of run together. They just kind of roll off the tongue. I'm in it. The wonderful Kiana Hill is in it. The wonderful Ebony Krista Salome Dixon is in it. You know, whenever she says her name, she always says it all.
All four.
All four. She says all four, so I had to say all four. That was for you, Patty. Patty May, that was for you. I got you, baby.
That's the love of his life.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Patty May Wells is the love of my life in this play, and Myrna was just, you know, like everyday life. She was a side piece. It's just, you know, until I got my act together, until I found my way home.
Right.
You know. But no, it's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful opportunity. I'm actually very excited for it. I'm glad that it is being done on the sesquiquentennial.
Close enough.
Something like it. Look, 150 years, okay?
Right.
The sesquiquentennial. I tried.
Say that 5 times fast.
I can't say it one time slow.
Sesquiquentennial.
I can't say it one time slow. Sesquiquentennial. Oh, there we go. I got it that time.
All right, now you got to do it just 4 more.
No. But no, I'm really glad that we're doing it. And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Art Williams is actually coming to see the production?
Hopefully. We're working to
we're
get
trying
him
to get
there.
him to come see
Yes,
the production,
yes.
because that would
and
mean
the
a lot
only
to us.
reason he may not be there, he's dealing with a back ailment, and the travel from North Carolina here would be the only reason, but contact has been made with him.
Right, we can bring it to Crossroads to him. We can bring it to Crossroads to him. We can do it right in the middle of tobacco field if we need to.
Right in his front yard.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So that is just, it's just wonderful. Like she said, we have a Thursday matinee. For those of you who might not be able to make it on the weekend, and who knows, you may have a day off on Thursday, come on down. We'd love to have you. It's in the round, so it's going to be very intimate. It's going to be very close. You'll be right in on the action. You'll learn. You'll laugh. You may cry. You'll get angry at sometimes, but at the end of the day, it should bring you a sense of peace.
Yes.
Right. A sense of comfort.
And hopefully it'll give you that invitation to know it is okay to return home, because the piece is actually about Cephas Miles actually leaving, finally, for unforeseen circumstances, forces him to leave home.
Right.
I don't think he would have ever left had these circumstances not
definitely would not
come
have.
about in his life. And it was all about the journey of leaving and being able to come back, not the way you left, but to come back home. And a lot of our audience members, people here in Baltimore, there are people born in Baltimore, but their family roots are in further south. Even though Maryland is in the south, their roots are further south: North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, and we have left home, and maybe we ended in Baltimore, but it's okay to go back home.
Yes.
And that's what that's our takeaway. That invitation to let you know that it is okay.
Yes.
It is truly okay to return home, wherever that may be.
So true.
Yeah,
because not a lot of people in themselves feel like they have the right, if you will, to go back home or to visit those members of your family that you haven't seen in however long. So I feel, because I know I have some family down south that we try to see every year if we can, and there are some members of my family that I haven't met that are in the Carolinas that, just that extended hand, sometimes. And then this is,
and it's a journey for me. I left Virginia at the age of 19.
Oh, wow.
And I moved to Baltimore, and I've been here for 30 some years, but in 2009 I had been in Baltimore for 32 years.
Okay.
And I ended up going back to Virginia and I stayed there for 6 years, and I had to realize that the home I built for myself was in Baltimore, even though the home that I grew up in was in Virginia. And I had to go back to Virginia to realize that my home is in Baltimore.
Right, Baltimore.
Yes, it's in Baltimore. I don't live in the Baltimore part. I live in Baltimore.
Baltimore, BAD.
Yeah, so
BAD,
and I had to accept that. And I looked at my mom one day and I said, I have to go.
Right.
And she said, I understand. And I packed up and came back to Baltimore.
Yeah. Baltimore. Well, on that note, do you have social media? You can let people know where to find you, find updates.
Yes, Facebook, Theater Morgan. What's the Facebook page?
I believe it actually is Theater Morgan.
Theater Morgan, yes.
Yeah, it's Theater Morgan. Matter of fact, while I'm doing that, I'm going to look it up on my phone real quick. But I do believe it's Theater Morgan. You can find us on Facebook. For me, Theater Morgan MSU.
Yes, Theater Morgan MSU.
Theater Morgan MSU. That's our. That's a nice picture of Turpin Lamb too. So yeah, you can find Theater Morgan and any updates of any production, big or small, on that page. Personally, for me, you can find me on Instagram at TC on the Air, or you can find me on Snapchat, TC Falcone.
Okay.
I believe we're friends on Facebook.
Yes, I do have a Facebook page. Just look up Cheryl J. Williams.
I know. You'll just find a lovely picture of her just Just pursed up there.
All right, you can find me on Facebook, Damonn Hall, or you can find me on Instagram at King Hollywood Hall. I mean, no, just King Hollywood. Took the Hall out because it was too long.
Oh yeah, got you.
But yeah, but thank you all for tuning in to the Artist Exchange Radio, and it's our 3rd year anniversary. Woo, woo.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, you know, but we thank everyone for tuning in, and we'll be right back at you on next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I know that. That's why I was
thinking next Friday, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all take care.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades?